You know, I'm definitely not new to rap, you know. Also, it came apart in our growing up stage where our parents wouldn't allow us to listen to rap for a minute, you know. They thought it was altering our minds, but they see that people still do what they gonna do regardless of what they do anyway, so, you know, they letting the rap flow. It's really, to be honest with you, I hate to say it because it's gonna scare some of the people, but rap music is really taking over the world. You know, we taking over the movie industry, we taking over everything, clothing line, shoes, you know, everybody want our stuff.
Yo, what's happening? It's your boy DJ Quick, Compton Style, Westside Forever. Getting down with the homeboys from Niche Entertainment. Keep your guards up, nigga. Keep that lip gloss off your mouth.
Come here though, Ray. What's up?
Nothing. What's up?
How you doing?
In here about to see Dre and them rip shit up.
All right.
You know, next year this time I'll be doing my shit. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that's cool. You in there already?
I'm in there already.
All right, give us a little sample. We're gonna put you on the spot right now.
Okay. Give you a little sample of what I'm about to do. Kicking a freestyle from me and my crew. Ew, here I go from off the top of the mind, back up off mine, cause I'm about to get mine with the 9mm or 380 shady, but I don't know, cause they call me the lady of rage. Flip the script or flip the page. Nah, that's.
Yeah, you motherfucker! Hey. Fuck off! They kill yourself! I'm in this bitch again. I hope you die on your daddy's dick.
Hey, but check this out. 1990 motherfuckers, 3 more G. The tightest producer on the West Coast. My idols is Dr. Dre and Quincy Jones.
Dr. Dre and Quincy Jones.
Dr. Dre.
If you're ready for Dre, say hell yeah! Yeah! If you're ready for Snoop Dogg, say hell yeah! Say hell yeah! Say DEATHROW! Say Dr. Dre! Y'all motherfuckers make some noise for that nigga, Dr. Dre!
Yo, who could push you off a summit onto a dagger and stab you back and exit your stomach after you plummet 100 miles from it? Who else can slaughter fleas? Tie you to the bumper of a moving truck and hop on your body like water skis. Gotta be the crooked arm break. I put so many infrared dots on your shirt that niggas would think you was Kwame. I'm twisting caps like I'm opening beers. Been loking for years. Choked engineers till they broke into tears. Provoking your fears. Throwing spears and speeds fierce enough to pierce the hemispheres between both of your ears. I'm the deadliest death machine you ever seen. The guillotine to stick your neck between. Sever everything extra clean.
This is how I met Dr. Dre.
Dr. Dre.
Dr. Dre.
Dre is the shit. Dre.
Dr. Dre.
Dre.
It's Dr. Dre.
Introduce my partner.
Everybody know when you play Genius of Love, you think of the Mixmaster Spade.
Mixmaster Spade. It's cocaine, not living here.
All right, so anyway, off of Genius of Love, nobody know this. That's the first record Dr. Dre and DJ Pooh collaborated on to do together.
The battle ram. Do they know about that shit over there? When you got this, nigga, I'm down the street from my grandmama house.
So Todd made Battle Round, the original Battle Round, off of Rapping Duke and all that, and Clucks Come Out at Night, and just a gang of rap scenarios, him and Mixmaster Ken.
The battle round busting some shit down. 5, 6 motherfucking houses down. The battle round. I hear this shit on the radio. You can't stop it.
So that's how Battle Round came about. Then we went and employed the services with Dr. Dre. Dr. Dre did the drums, the programming and all that. And Leon Haywood was the master behind the music, along with Dr. Dre. So that's how Battle Round was born.
Thug Life, baby, we out.
Turn off the lights.
World class
Dre.
That was like the vibe, though.
And it was during that time, because you couldn't even front on it, because that was all the music that we had, and a lot of people were into dancing, and that was pretty much Dr. Dre's thing.
Wrecking Crew, I can't tell you how many times I saw them at like the convention center and Knott's and those kind of places with their glitter and their, with it everybody was doing. I mean, I had like the ruffle print shirt, you know what I'm saying? I'm claiming hip hop and I'm still with the ruffle shirt.
The thing is, people be clowning Dre because of all that shit, but motherfuckers was wearing that shit back then. Everybody was wearing that shit. Niggas had eyeliner on, motherfuckers. Prince had turned motherfuckers out in the 80s, you know what I'm saying? Dudes with jerry curls and eyeliner and shit.
Dre picked up the game before we did as far as production, using drum machines and all that, because they had a little backing from Lonzo. And they picked up 16-track, big old 16-track mixing board. They was making 8-track mixing tapes, selling them at the Rhodium swap meet. Dre, they was doing their thing, high-power DJs. And so Dre already had it in him from the street stuff, but then when he got with the Wrecking Crew, him, Antoine, Clientele, they was doing their thing. That's how they came to Wrecking Crew.
Back in the day, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie, just like every other nigga, I question myself like, damn, this nigga got a spacesuit on, look like it's silver, look like he got eyeliner, all this shit. But I like this shit on everything I love.
I met Eazy through Jerry Heller, because Jerry Heller told me, okay, I got a guy, I want you to help promote his stuff. So they showed me the artwork. You remember that picture of all of them took, you know, the first N.W.A. cover. Well, let me pop this shit in. And then, dope, man. Here's a little something, you know, something. I'm like, oh shit, wait a minute. And I'm rewinding this shit. And the beats was banging, I thought. And I'm like hearing all this cursing and these motherfucking bitch come suck my dick. I'm like, oh no, these niggas didn't say that. So I'm going, and then I pop in Boys in the Hood, cruising down the street in my 6'4", jocking it free, something to her, I'm like, what the fuck is this? But the shit was fly though, you know what I'm saying? So I'm rewinding this stuff the whole time because it used to take me an hour to get home. I only played both those records back to back. And I'm listening to the lyrics and listening to the beats and hearing how crisp this shit sound. I'm like, oh shit. So as soon as I got home, I paged Eazy. I said, man, this shit is the shit. He said, you think so, really? I said, man, I could blow this shit up.
Motherfucker, N.W.A. actually was not a rap group. N.W.A. was niggas with an attitude. It was niggas from CIA. It was niggas from the Wrecking Crew. It was niggas from Bobby Jimmy and the Critters. And it was niggas from Eazy-E and Boys in the Hood, and that's where Ren came in, you know what I'm saying? And that's how NWA was formed. But NWA ended up making more money than everybody's basic group.
To say that I was part of NWA's crew back then wasn't even as bad as saying I was like 10 years later. And not 10 years later, about 5 years later with them, because they went through such a phase of, you know, extremities with their bitch and hoe phase, you know, like they were like that at the beginning, and it was still all about respect. Like they never meant that everybody was a bitch and a hoe, obviously, you know what I'm saying? It was part showy, part like trend setting, because part of the, you know, the music at that time, they were just giving some other people a voice. They were coming with this angry shit. We were the first West Coast headliners of a hip hop tour ever. And it was amazing. It was like a massive scale. Public Enemy was right below us. It was like Kid and Play, D.O.C, Too Short, JJ Fad, LL Cool J was on a couple shows, Sir Mix-a-Lot was on a couple shows with us. It was a dope headlining arena tour. We were filling up arenas. It was amazing.
The Doc.
D.O.C.
D.O.C was the shit.
Yeah, why I like the D.O.C? Man, cause it was like he's the only nigga I know that I recall, you know what I'm saying? I'm 21, so I'm young, but he's the only nigga I recall came out, dropped one album, and it's classical to this day.
Doc was raw. Shit. The Doc was a good taste of lyrical madness, you know what I'm saying? He was a real good taste of that. I mean, he was definitely before his time, and you know, it was sad what happened because he was definitely on his way to being like one of the greatest. Doc came out, that's when the people in New York really saw, wait a minute, now let's go back and really check for this kid Dr. Dre, because he was doing all this production, because the production was something you just can't front on. I don't give a fuck where you was from. If you couldn't see what Dre was doing with that production, you was from Mars, man.
Hey, yo, this is your name, D.O.G. We up at the studio chilling with Dr. Dre, making some funky hits. Now check this out. You remember back on the east side, when all of us brothers used to love to ride. We didn't care what we did. Time was nothing to us, we were just kids. Times are different now, but you'll still get stuck. I'm not a kid no more, I just don't give a fuck. So if you're thinking about coming and stepping to me, keep this in mind, I'm a motherfucking OG. I'm out.
This that nigga Daz kicking in here live at Larrabee's doing. It's gonna be me and my nigga Kurupt at the Dogg Pound. It's gonna be by myself dropping that funky dope shit. But y'all hear me though. But these up.
Alright, what are you here to do today at the studio?
Basically, you know what I'm saying? Fuck some dick. Basically, I'm here to find this nigga auntie. That bitch just got out the pen. You know what I'm saying? She owed me $3. Last seen on the 405 freeway, asshole naked, with a sign that said, no Roger, no rerun, no rent. If you see it, please notify the local authority. Really job.
But the production on that Fuck the Police album was the shit. And you could hear how he took, you know, some of the sounds and techniques that he was using and transferred them to that album. It was dope. You know what I'm saying? But people probably like the other albums for lyrics and stuff like that. But that one for production, most of that. I mean, I come here and sit down every day and be like, damn, how come I can't do that shit? You know what I'm saying? Dre is the shit. Some of the stuff that he does, he don't just loop shit, but even if he does, he'll bring it back and slide something on there that's just dope. And you're like, yo, how'd he get that sound? Where'd he get it from? Who freaked it? How did he cue it? All that shit is deep when you think of it. You get to hear it. But for somebody who produced, they be like, damn, that EQ was ill, you know what I'm saying? And Dre is sick on all them ends, from live instruments to sampling, and he put it together the same way every time. It's dope. Dre is the shit.
I was with Eric all the way up until Dre left. And the Fuck the Police phenomenon kicked LA rap into a whole different stratosphere.
Fuck the Police? That was the shit. That's still the shit. That's still the shit. Fuck the police. 2 wrists for real.
You can either be part of my stable. Oh, I cut off your water like gas and cable. It don't mean nothing to me. Say, girl, it don't mean nothing to me.
I was right there, man. And I ain't even gonna lie, man. It was exciting, homie. You know, cause I like Eazy when he came out with Cruising Down the Street. And it was exciting, homie. I ain't even gonna lie, nigga. Because they was on to something that was about to revolutionize the whole game, what it is today, homie. So you can feel what it is, the impact it is today. It was the same impact as a nigga just like, nigga, I don't know shit. Nigga, I'm meeting these niggas, they cut records. I don't know nothing about records. My Uncle Willie Hutch cut records. My dad cut records. But I don't know what it feels to cut records. And I love these niggas because they down the street and these niggas talking about the same thing and these niggas on records talking about. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So it was cool, man, to be in that situation. You know what I mean? It was like real nice, homie.
They spoke for a small percentage of straight riders who would never be heard if it wasn't for their records. You know what I'm saying? Because certain police they wake up with certain attitudes of fuck certain motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying? In certain areas, so to speak, you know what I'm saying? And the people in those areas feel the same way about them. And Cocaine, N.W.A. posse and all those cats, they spoke for us. Cause I'm one of those niggas that felt like fuck the police. Mm-hmm. And I still feel that way.
We all in this.
Get that on camera.
Now see, you talk about N.W.A, you talking about inspiring us to do what we do now?
Yeah.
Everybody get up, say you bump to the club, huh? It ain't no limitations on the bus. What? Ask for the spot, I'ma heat it up and keep strutting. Y'all ain't saying nothing. Mahogany, keep bustin', making moves like money. You thought I wasn't? It's just like honey.
With this shit just making you slow. Keeping the gangster so you can always feel it though. Living the life of a rapper and the CEO. My life ain't changed except that strange silly. Ain't shit, and I mean it sincerely though. Come inside the house so you can hear me though. Really though, you silly. Here we go, here we go, here we go, go. Come on everybody, y'all all get down. What we have is a brand new sound. So nobody out there be misled. I got a
N.W.A. All of us grew up on N.W.A. I don't know nobody that wasn't an N.W.A. fan, you know what I'm saying? They like, them and Ice-T like paved the way for gangster rap, as they would label it, or you know what I'm saying.
And I don't know why they put a label on it, because I don't feel like it should be labeled gangster rap. This is just the LA mentality. Everybody that fly from whatever side of town they on and they come here and they live it and they experience it, they would know that this is just the mentality of this city as far as our youth, which is involved in hip hop. Now as for N.W.A, that was my freedom of speech. When I heard fuck the police and all that, that was like, okay, see, this is the type of mind state. It's not really my mind state, but this is my environment. This is what I live in, because I grew up in gang territory, so I know what it's like. I knew I could relate to what they was talking to. I've been harassed by the police. I've been thrown down on the ground. I had to hop fences and tear up my Guess jeans and all that, you know what I'm saying? So I felt like, you know, kind of, I was feeling them, no disrespect, because you need LAPD sometimes.
Man, at that particular time and at this present day right now, still fuck the police. Ain't nothing changed. You motherfuckers are still crooked. Fuck the police.
You've been telling me, you know, asking me about a solo album. I should do one. But I'm all about my group, man. All about them. I want us to come up together. You know, I don't want to start separating and this and that and this and that. But I talk to my management, I talk to Eazy and everybody else, and if they think it's the best thing to help the group, you know, I'll do it. But if it's not gonna help the group, if it's just me, you know, I'm trying to be Mr. Ego or this and that, man, I ain't all about all that, man.
Q made, like, after Boys in the Hood and the Straight Outta Compton album, like $30,000 that year off that shit. And he did most of the writing. Okay, and then just to contrast it, motherfucker would say $30,000, that's a lot of money. I'm the promoter. I made like $180,000. So what's wrong with this picture?
Q was chilling, and then yo, what's happening? It's your boy DJ Quay, Cop the Style, Westside forever. Getting down with the homeboys from Niche Entertainment. Keep your guards up, nigga. Keep that lip gloss off your mouth.
This is how I met Dr. Dre.
Yo, man, I'm more than happy on what's been going on. I'm more than happy with the move, more than happy to really get my career going like I wanted to go. You know what I'm saying? You said 1 million copies later. Here we are. It's only 5 weeks into the album. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I can't do nothing but be happy, you know? And some people told me, yo, I made a bad decision. What you think?
You gotta trust somebody. And if you put your trust into somebody that don't have trust for your crew, then you're gonna get divided immediately. And I think that's what Jerry Heller added to the game, is to divide everybody. Because if he was real, then Q would have been signed first.
Just making you slow, keeping the gangster so you can always feel it though. Living the life of a rapper and the CEO. My life ain't changed except that strange silly.
What's cracking lacking, y'all? I'm Cognac the XO.
And I'm Big Chan, the Ghetto Cinderella.
Here we go, here we go.
As far as Ruthless is concerned, they really got a dark cloud over the whole, the whole cooperation ever since Eazy passed. But one thing that I would like to say is that people need to pay a little bit more homage to Eazy-E. We always hear rest in peace Tupac and Biggie, you know what I'm saying? But Eazy, he paved the way. He is really like the family tree. We got a lot of branches because of him. You know what I'm saying? It wouldn't really be the Dr. Dre's, the Snoops, the Us, the Rays, the Kurupts, the, you know what I'm saying, Dogg Pounds and all that. He like branched all that off.
Everybody get up, take a bump to the club, huh? It ain't no limitations on the bus. What? Ask for the spot, I'm
You can be part of my stable. Oh, I cut off your water like gas and cable. It don't mean nothing to me. Say, girl, it don't mean nothing to me.
Here with Snoop Doggy Dogg. Tell us what we should expect on the new album.
Gangster shit, you know what I'm saying? Smooth gangster shit. It's still the Chronic, it's just a new dope sack, that's all, but it's on the same vibe. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can look for the same shit y'all look at on the Chronic, just a little bit strong.
Alright. Alright, well, we know you gotta get busy, so we're gonna let you get back to what you're gonna do.
Yeah, really down. I gotta go roll up a joint.
About a week before I got shot, he knew the nigga that was shot. He was like, Pop, don't hang around this nigga. You know, I'll be walking in with the nigga that shot.
My name is Prophetic Shakur. Pac's my brother. Janet has shot a scene with Q-Tip. She caught a cold or something. So everybody panicked and freaked out, you know. Janet's got a cold, Janet's got a cold. So they wanted Pac to take an AIDS test and make sure he's, you know, clean. John Singleton came in there and asked him to, Pac, we need you to take this test. He said, why? I said, am I fucking? He was setting it all up. That's what a hell of a nigga he was. He was setting it all up so we would be strong enough to deal with the pain of him being gone.
Puffy's gonna throw a party up in Hollywood Hills at Andrea Rail's house, and that night I remember she calling me from Jerry's Diner, Daily. Duh. I said, what? She said, Biggie's got shot. I said, what? I hopped up. I said, he all right? She said, I don't know. We all down here at Cedar Sinai. And then she was on a mobile phone, right? And then she said, Oh shit, dog, he just died.
Play y'all a tune. This is a song I composed. When I first made it, I took it home and I played it for my mama. And I like to play it, and here it go. And when I played it, she looked at me and said, "Boy, I know you're not gonna sing that song." There's a lot of people out there that be talking all that, but I can kick a fat type of known rap. See, when you talk all that, you know I like to show up. Niggas think they cocaine, knowing that they blow up. Peep where I come from, so you know it's all because of buddy's nuts, cause I'm all about the law. So when you see me stepping, understand I like the flow, the pound, Dr. Dre, we equal death row.
Yo, now you know about me. The D to the A to the Z, S-N-W-O-P, D-R-E, that nigga, Dr. Dre, so we say like every day, now it's the P-O-U-N-D.
Kurupt is the name they call me, I flow with the Snoop Doggy Dogg is the nigga. Bigger ways I start flexing, when niggas start stepping, grip with my tech and Snoop kick it.
If you're wicked, now kick it, slick it, now if them come them hoes, Gucci, won't you lick it?
Some others like this, I don't eat them hoes, cause I'm just so smooth, break the beat up for me. Motherfucking Dr. Dre's on the piano, Doggy Dogg is on the vocals, and I swing like soprano, ano, and cano. Oh my God, like Obano. It's Snoop Doggy Dogg, he's on the mic, you understand it. Yeah. When I be flowing with the gangsta shit. I don't be flowing with the punk shit. I flow the Rizzies, the reals is what I kick him when I step into the house. I'm gonna hit you with the gangsta bad hit. It just don't quit like I told you. So let me have the microphone so I can slowly fold you. I told you, mowed you, scold you like some water that's hot. Heat it, beat it, Snoop Dogg, you can't defeat it, delete it. Now I'm so smooth, I don't have to dish you on the camera or the TV screen. I'm funky like some collard greens. I told you peoples, my sequels, they don't be bumping. It's Snoop Doggy Dogg, I'm down with D.R.E.C. He's from Compton, and I'm from the L, the O, the N, the G, the B, the E, the A, the C, the H, and Cali is the state, and don't be waiting, cause I'm not hating. I'm just on the microphone and I ain't perpetrating.
Without knowing all the dark shit, the bullshit behind Suge, he saw him making moves, doing things. And at the time, if people remember, Death Row was running the whole rap game. You know, the Chronic was setting the climate for the whole game, you know. So Pac was always standing up for street niggas, you know what I'm saying? Because it's harder for us. Anybody from the street to come up and do something should be applauded, you know? That's why he would get so mad when people would try to diss him, you know? His own people, you know what I'm saying? His own people. It'd be like, shit, you should be applauding me. You should be pushing me. You should be pushing me up. You should be having my back, not dissing me, trying to pull me down. You know how hard it is for niggas? You know? And we don't have no time, still don't have no time for people who doubt us or what we trying to do. He was being put into a corner where nobody else could help him in the way that he wanted to help, but certain people. And Suge and Death Row happened to be one of them people, you know? There's a lot of problems, a lot of financial problems, legal problems, street problems, you know what I'm saying? And at the time, that looked like, for him anyway, that looked like the best decision.
Daz and Kurupt and Daz. Him is my niggas, man.
They're my niggas, and they extremely talented, both of them. Both of them. Daz, that nigga can make beats and rap. And Kurupt is one of the rawest niggas out.
The Dogg Pound, Kurupt and Daz.
Yeah, they hard.
Daz and Kurupt and Daz. Them is our nephews, you know. Them is our boys. They tight. Lyrically.
There's nothing that you can really say.
What can you say about them? They jokers. They clowns.
Kurupt is so just lyrically advanced. I mean, it'll really take a lot to just shut his style down.
I mean, not to be taking it there, but we all done heard New York, you know what I'm saying? And all that. And y'all know, y'all get that boy lyrically pissed. it's off with your head. It's like over. He is ridiculous, and them two together is like ridiculous because Daz has his own style and Kurupt has his, and them two together
It's
is
like
like
Kurupt is the chamber and Daz is the shells. So when you put them two together, it's like explosive. That's the best way to describe that.
I'm from Dogg Pound, so you know I bump all Dogg Pound shit. It's just like, ask me if I like that. It's just like, you know what I'm saying, asking if fits like water, you know. And Dogg Pound Doggy Style, that set it off right there. Woo! Gin and juice.
All Eyes on Me. I love that. That was my favorite album. I Wonder Why They Call You Bitch. That was my song. I like that song because Pac's a fool, man. He's crazy. It's like he explained to these women, this is what you do. You know what I'm saying? This is what you do, and then you get mad when niggas treat you like that. You know? It's all about how you represent yourself.
I love All Eyes on Me. All Eyes on Me was a testament to Pac's genius, because contrary to what a lot of people believe, he wasn't writing a lot in jail. Not writing rhymes, you know, he was taking care of business, writing letters, talking to people, visits, all that, but he wasn't writing a lot of rhymes. All that whole album, when he got out of jail, we came to Death Row, and all those were brand new songs.
I was watching pay-per-view, and the word, you know, kicked in on the TV like Tupac Shakur has been shot multiple times, you know.
Somebody called me and told me Pac got shot. Then they said he was gonna be all right though. That's what happened. I said, that nigga forever getting shot and gonna be all right. You know what I'm saying? Then you know that week passed and they were saying he was getting better and better, and Friday the 13th hit and he's dead. I was like, what? He died?
And he's fucking immortal like he said he was gonna be.
he's like a black Elvis.
He was setting it all up. That's what a hell of a nigga he was. He was setting it all up so we would be strong enough to deal with the pain of him being gone. He set it up so that we were all strong riders, you know, might have to die. He prepared the playing field so that if this should happen, we're gonna be strong enough to deal with it and drive on, which is about to happen right now.
All Eyes on Me was a good R&B rap album. Fucking Machiavelli is a masterpiece though. That's like a fucking Machiavelli, man. I'm serious, man. When you really, really listen to Machiavelli, because I ain't gonna even front, man. I didn't like Machiavelli at first because I didn't get Machiavelli. Machiavelli is a mixture of hip hop meets some prophet shit. Machiavelli is scary once you go back and listen to it. It almost make you think, did this motherfucker stage his death? Or was he just that insightful enough to see what was about to come? You know what I'm saying? But Machiavelli is a masterpiece, man.
That album, it makes me sad. Because, you know, Pac was special. Pac was a prophet, you know. Whether people believe it or not, I don't care. But, you know, he was my roommate. We lived together for 5 years, so I know he would write it, then it'd happen. I don't even think he know he was doing it, you know what I'm saying? But especially with Machiavelli, because while he was putting it together, he kept begging me to come to the studio, because at this time, I had stopped hanging out at Death Row. And he was like, Mo, come to the studio. I want you to hear my new album. I want you to hear my new album. I want you to hear it. But I never made it to the studio. And then when I heard it, when I finally did hear it, I was at Calabasas at the mansion and shit, and I was scared. Because if everything happened like it had been happening, with him saying things, him making songs, and then it come true, Machiavelli was scaring the shit out of me because he's saying that he was dead. If you listen to the songs. But that's the other you know, fascinating thing about Pac. He wasn't scared. I think deep down he knew he was gonna go. Deep down he knew he was gonna go. That's why his work ethics was so strict. That's why he worked so hard. That's why he did so much material. Because I think that he knew that he didn't have much time.
I mean, he was telling motherfuckers his pain, he was telling motherfuckers his joy, I mean, all the shit that was cracking, and really, honestly, America, y'all failed him. You know, motherfucker, how much do a motherfucker gotta cry out to you and tell you he hurt before y'all wanna take notice? You wanna wait till he's dead, huh? Yeah, motherfucker.
3 days before he killed, I was in the studio with him. We did a song called Fortunate Fame. It went, fame, something we all adore, something we dying for, stuck in the game, nothing but pain, searching for fortune and fame. 3 songs, he went to the Grammy, he said, I got problems with this nigga Big, all them niggas.
If nothing else haunt Puffy, that should haunt him. Because, first of all, when them cats came here, the way they came here, you could tell that they really must not understand LA cats. Because first of all, let me tell you their first mistake when they started flossing around town, being on all the radio stations and all that. Their first mistake was to go over to Power at that time, where the Baker Boys was at Power. And I remember Nick V or whatever, Eric or whatever, whichever one of them, would tell, man, it ain't all number love here, it's only love my motherfucking ass. And if you believe that bullshit, then you tripping, because you giving them cats the wrong information. If they would have went to the beat, for instance, at that time, you know, they had Theo and all the people over at the beat. The beat would have told them, you know something, man, you guys should kind of tone down what y'all doing. You understand what I'm saying? Because anybody in their right mind knew that they didn't let enough time pass. Okay, I can imagine LA cats. You got some of them sitting up getting blunted in 40. Man, them niggas running around LA, Suge in jail. You know, them niggas think they own shit now, man. Them niggas just could think they come out here and woo woo woo. I mean, hello? You understand what I'm saying? Dummy, what are you thinking about? I remember driving to the office one morning. Me, Steve, Slim, Greta. What them, and we almost all said it at the same time. What them niggas thinking about? What are they thinking about? You understand what I'm saying? And then the word was getting out that Puffy's gonna throw a party up in the Hollywood Hills at Andre Rail's house. And I remember dropping old girl off at the auto thing, where the vibe party was gonna be at that night. I've dropped Tonya off there, and that night I remember she calling me from Jerry's Dime Daily. Duh. I said, what? She said, Biggie's got shot. I said, what? I hopped up. I said, he all right? She said, I don't know. We all down here at Cedar Sinai. And then she was on a mobile phone, right? And then she said, oh shit, Doug, he just died. I said, for real, Tonya? She said, yeah, because she said, I remember she was saying that Busta Rhymes and the Wayans brothers and all them fools was hot, crying and stuff out in front of the hospital. And then I remember running downstairs, waking Slim up. I said, Slim, Biggie's just got shot, man. He said, what? I said, yeah. He said, is he dead? I said, yep. He said, and Greta said, what? And she hopped up. He said, over at Quincy at the vibe party? I said, yep. I said, man, they said all them New York niggas is hot. And then we was like, man, and me and Slim was saying, man, we said that shit, man. What them niggas thinking about? Because I would have let that shit die down for like a cool 2 years. Well, I would have really, for you would have ever knew I was coming to LA. I would have, all what I would have did in LA was I would have snuck in and snuck out.
Like I said, God sent prophets in days and times, man, and we failed them as us people, man. Look, man, y'all gotta cherish these motherfuckers who bearing the gift of game, man. That shit, man, it's hard to come by. It seemed like, you know, I heard someone say that which we don't understand, we destroy. Man, this is real life shit, man. We gotta hold on to motherfuckers that's to come, that's like Biggie, that bear gifts like Pac. Man, all that shit is wisdom and knowledge, and you can't go find that in no liquor store. You know, I'll pay a man for his time if the motherfucker's real enough and he can give me some game. I'll go to a bum and pay him $5. Man, tell me something good today. Tell me something that's gonna make me grow tomorrow. When you got somebody who's putting their life on albums and bearing game like that, man, don't disrespect that. Don't take that away from us, because you're doing everybody an injustice. Man, I love Biggie Smalls. Man, Spittles, for real. Seasoned, well seasoned cat, man. Yeah.
Right.
That was sad.
Unfortunate, because he had skills also. And I am a Biggie Pac fan. And it's like you can't even compare the two, because it was just like two kings on two different coasts. It was the same thing, you know, and it's still like a question mark too, because even he was coming with stuff for, you know, a period of time after that. So, and he got like club classics. I mean, we could forever play a Biggie song like the Biggie Give Me One More Chance, and it'll straight get the party up. So it's good that although the situation was negative in the way that it happened, it was very unfortunate, but what I can say, the positive about it, they did leave us with something to just breathe off of a little more longer with this hip hop.
It was shocking, that whole situation.
Bad decision, what you think?
Nah. But plus, I gotta tell you on camera too, you got the dopest album out this year.
Thanks, man, thanks. You know, I ain't gonna say that because there's a lot of good people out there. You know, I like X-Clan. I like the PE album. You know, I even like the Ghetto Boys album. You know, so I like a lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I let people decide who got the best album. You know, it really don't matter. It really matters who sells the most or who get their shit across the best. You know.
But Eazy was my man. Eazy was the he had the heart for everybody, you know what I'm saying? When the white folks got involved, that's when it fell apart.
Exactly.
All right, white guy. Hey. Slavery.
Worst thing that ever happened to rap music is white people started buying it and going to the shows.
No, that's not the...
I saw it.
No. Hold down. I'm not saying that's the worst thing. The worst thing is when white people started handling the business of rap music. But you know what? We had to graduate. And from us being from the ghetto, you know what I'm saying? You gotta trust somebody. And if you put your trust into somebody that don't have trust for your crew, then you're gonna get divided immediately. And I think that's what Jerry Heller added to the game, is to divide everybody. Because if he was real, then Cube would have been signed first.
But in hindsight, looking back, I can see why Jerry did what he did. You understand what I'm saying? Because most artists, fuck them. Because most of them are ungrateful pieces of shit anyway. And I see why motherfuckers go and get all they can get from them. Because there's always something weird and different about artists anyway. That's why they want to be artists. You understand what I'm saying? But I just think that everybody should have been men about that and just say, hey man, let's go in and renegotiate that. We all did much better than we thought we was going to do. And here you go, Cube. You wrote Boys in the Hood. You wrote Dope, man. You wrote Fuck the Police, you know. And it was like I told them when I found out they let go Cube. I said, how the hell are you going to let the nigga with the attitude get out of niggas with attitude? That don't make no sense. You know, so go pay the man and let that be that. Everybody squash their egos and just keep it rolling. That shit wasn't gonna happen. You know, it was easy shit. Fuck that, I did this and whoop whoop that. Nope. And Jerry's mad and then Pat Charbonnet is gassing it up and egging it on because she want to grab him for herself. So it was like, you know, both of them called me at home, Pat and Jerry, and basically threatens me, stay the fuck out of it, that you don't know what you getting yourself into. It's bigger than this and that, and whoop whoop this and that. And so I basically did just that, just stayed the fuck out of it.
Oh yeah, I like Quick. Quick was the only nigga, think about it, he was 19, 20, you know what I'm saying? And Quick was the only young nigga pumping on the radio when his album came out. And his album was like so real, it was like, they loved it so much, his beats was so federal, it was just so thorough, that they was like, we playing this shit regardless, you know what I'm saying? That nigga come out and say, I'm gonna, you know what I'm saying, whatever, DJ Quick. I'm a player motherfucker named DJ Quick. You know, maybe it's the way I hold my dick. Niggas just loved it, like, man, niggas wild, and they seriously played it on the radio like, fuck it, and I was like, that was the crossover right there.
Man, we ain't got enough film. I mean, it ain't enough, man, Quick. Man, I'm talking about, man, 360 degrees of understanding, man. I'm talking about wisdom, man. This guy, man, I'm talking about, I don't know how he do it, man. I had the privilege of not coming in the game with something around the corner in the studio or nothing. I came in the game sugar-free, pushed me in the game, right? In this shit game of music, he pushed me in, and what he pushed me into was Quick. Quick, man, showed me, man, really what the hell you gonna go through in one motherfucking minute. He showed me everything you motherfucking go through in 20 years, man, in 1 minute. Quick was like, man, it's gonna come to you, you know, this is how you need to deal with it. I mean, this is how I'm dealing with it. Might not be the right way, but check this out. I ain't lying to you, you know, he's that type of dude. Exactly. You know, no matter what he's doing, he gonna tell you the right way. It's up to you to choose which way you wanna go. It's choices. And man, Quick, man, like I said, man, on top of another musical marvel, a genius, man.
N.W.A. Everybody knocked, you know everybody knocked N.W.A. That's when everybody was getting rowdy. We was in high school. I think I might have been in 9th or 10th grade when they was tearing up everything, you know? And that's still music brought to you by Drake. My favorite N.W.A. album was Niggas for Life.
That album was the shit, man.
Well, all right, y'all across the USC Compton watch. They that we know to walk through the shadow of real niggas.
Man, they allowed me to be on that shit, man. That's always in my heart. That's always part of my achievements, you know what I'm saying? No matter what, my achievements, you know what I'm saying? I was there when it happened, you know what I'm saying? Recognized. You know, Cube just had left, so they was like, you know, fuck you with a broomstick, you know what I'm saying? And I was part of that. I was like anti-Q too at one time. You know what I'm saying?
I remember sitting at home that night watching Pump It Up, because I used to watch Pump It Up religiously. Because that was the 100 Miles and Running EP, I think, that they was doing for the whole show, talking about that. And then, you know, I thought the show was over with, right? And I was just about to get up to go get another brew or something out the kitchen. And I look, and she was interviewing Cube, and that's when he said that verse on his stuff. If I have you something marks something, I'll have you 100 miles and running. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, oh shit. No, she didn't. No, she didn't do that. And then I guess a couple of weeks went by. Phyllis Pollock was throwing a party for Def Jam. It was like one of the parties that you go to where everybody in the motherfucking party is drunk. And we were all drunk, sloppy, pissy drunk. So I'm sitting up there talking to D Bars, trying to get my little Mac on with her and stuff. We sitting there kicking it right up against the wall, just talking. And so I'm still just talking shit, you know, trying to get my little Mac on. And she blowing me off. And then Dre walked up. I said, what's up, nigga? Because I'm staggering, man, like, you know, feeling like I'm about to throw up in the whole nine. He looked over at D. He said, that's some fucked up shit you done, bitch. And stole on a boom. And you know how your drunk can just come down? The drunk just came down, and I'm looking and I'm saying, wait a minute, this nigga's whooping this bitch ass. So I jumps in the fight, you know, to help D. And his bodyguard hits me in the side of my mouth here with his gun. And everybody, like the old line bitch Rona said in the book, was Suge. It wasn't no Suge that did that. Suge wasn't even at the fucking party. It was Dre's bodyguard that did the shit. Knocked out 2 of my motherfucking teeth. And my mouth is bleeding. And so then Dre had dragged her around the corner into like this bathroom stall and started kicking and stumping and punching her. And he had a big ass bodyguard. And you see how slim I am. So I did like a little fake and scooted under the motherfucker's legs and got on top of Dre and started grabbing him, trying to choke him to get him off of her, man, when nobody even helped us, man. And I think that's when Ed Lover was managing at that time. His little bitch ass didn't do shit. None of them did nothing. They just sat up there and watched and shit. And then finally Dre got off of her and shit, so I helped her up and she staggered her to the bathroom. Her hair was all messed up. She was bleeding. She was fucked up. He fucked her up. So I took her in the bathroom, started wiping her off and stuff. And she was crying and trembling and crying. And I was sniffling because niggas had bust my nose and bust my mouth and shit like that and fucked me up too. And then I remember I had to go to Priority the next morning. And that bitch ass Dre came in. I was mad at him. I said, man, do you remember what you did last night? Not really. What you mean, not really? Motherfucker, you whooped my ass and you beat the shit out of D. He said, I remember that part. I'm sorry about that, Doug. I said, man, what the fuck you do that for, nigga? You went out. Oh, man, you remember when she did that shit on Pump It Up? I said, you just now got her back for that shit? Because this was like, I thought the shit was over with because I had forgot about it. She sued his ass.
Honestly, since this OJ thing went down, ain't nobody really putting their hands on women no more or nothing like that and tripping. But, sometimes situations go down and women act like men and things happen. Not saying that it's right, we all grow and learn how to deal with our attitudes a little bit more and control our tempers. That's what it basically boiled down to. D. Barnes says it was growth. Everybody didn't grew from that. She didn't grew. Some things you just can't say to certain people because I really don't nobody just get slapped. I really can't even remember it. It's been so long ago, but I know he slapped her. Hi D. She all right.
When Dre left Ruthless, it was like I experienced some of the stuff that Eazy went through because you could tell that it really affected him and it wasn't really too much that he could do about it. So in other aspects, he tried to retaliate, but you could tell he still had love for Dre because that was like really his friend when it all boiled down. And we like sat down and I used to ask him questions because I used to want to know, you know how you really feel about the situation. And a lot of times he didn't really want to talk about it, but you could tell it was a bitterness there, but at the same time it was like bittersweet because he still had love. But you could tell that his absence was just like real obvious. Definitely missing because that was a part of Eazy-E's chemistry,
You don't want to break up that chemistry.
Even when they was N.W.A. without Cube, it still worked because Dre was like the chemist. He was the main thing. Without that production, I mean, how can you really just still lay the format down? But with Dre gone, it's like you gotta search and look for other things to try to,
Yeah, Cube gone and Dre gone.
Yeah, that just killed.
You got the writer and the producer.
When Dre left, it was about all the time, around the time when we was all like kind of mad at Eazy. You know what I'm saying? We felt like business wasn't going right. And Eric was a businessman. So therefore, I advise to anybody, if you don't handle your business, you're a dumb nigga. You're a dumb, stupid motherfucker anyway. You know what I'm saying? So that was a learning experience. And at the time, we was mad at E. And nobody can question my loyalty, you know what I'm saying?
Each of his homies was mad at him because of business choices he chose to make, and it was his company, you know what I'm saying? I'm a hustler, homie, this is my company, I'm gonna make more than you, simple as that. You can't hate that, you just gotta respect it, you know what I'm saying, and bounce, A lot of the stuff was blown out of, it turned into some real gangster shit because brothers a lot of times don't know how to talk to each other. You know what I'm saying? They don't know how to communicate. We got that really bad. So somebody else can come in and turn, I might have said this dude needed to change change his shoelaces, but somebody come in his ear and be like, Rhythm said your shoes was up. You know what I'm saying? So now he mad at me when I just said his laces need to be changed. You feel me? So it had a lot of influence on both of their part. I think if they had to sit down and holler at each other like men and really, you know, look, you know, I'm the key to this company musically. You know, you the businessman. I need to get paid this now because I done turned it into that. You feel me? If they had just sat down and looked at that aspect of the game, it would have, you know, Eazy could have been the next Berry Gordy. You know what I'm saying? Dre would have been the next Quincy Jones. Even though he's on his way to being that, you know, Quincy Jones of hip hop right now, it would have been it would have been a beautiful thing. But
You know, Dre hooked up with Suge and they started their own label.
The way they got out of it was a gangster move, which didn't work because Ruthless and Jerry and Eazy ended up suing them. And like Eazy even said, Dre Day was his payday because he was making 50 cents off of each chronic. And I'm not sure if Dre was even making 3 cents off of chronic. You see what I'm saying? So Dre Day was his payday. You see what I'm saying? So Interscope, Jimmy being a smart, savvy businessman he is, said, fuck it. I mean, you know we ain't gonna be able to put this album out until we do, cause I'm gonna tell you something, nothing else about Jerry Heller. His contracts are always gonna be ironclad. So you can go do whatever you want, talk all that shit you want to talk, whatever. You understand what I'm saying? Motherfucker, either you gonna get out of this by we giving you a release, or your career is just gonna die. We will suspend this motherfucking contract until you want to come back to the tables with some sense. You ain't doing shit. So they negotiated, because if you don't keep a motherfucker like Drake shackled up and locked down, you gotta get his talents out there. And they just, you know, found ways to do it. So because you gotta even remember, Dre always had the sound, and you don't just keep that sound dormant, because so goes that sound, so goes LA.
Y'all gonna play y'all a tune. This is a song I composed when I first made it. I took it home and I played it for my mama. And I like to play it, and here it go. And when I played it, she looked at me and said, "Boy, I know you're not gonna sing that song." What song? Yeah, The Chronic, baby. What was it, The Chronic? Check it out. The Chronic on your motherfucking ass with my nigga Dan.
Yo, they say it's like that. They say it's like this to be. The S&W-P, the D.R.E. But they can't fuck with the clique because bitches ain't shit but hoes and tricks.
Make a song off that, right? Say what? Make a song off that. Real slow, that motherfucker.
That shit'll be
do that shit again with a little more speed to it. You don't think it'll ride?
Get down on your knees, man. Get on them.
Get down on it. Get down on these.
Get down on it. Get down on it. Hey, nah, hell nah. Don't even say nothing.
Look, man. Get the cameras out my face. Get the cameras out my face.
My name is Mopreme Shakur. Pac's my brother. We had been separated due to our family's political problems and affiliations. We got separated. You know, me and Pac got separate mothers, so everybody was hitting all different corners of the country. And me and Pac didn't hook back up again until like 8 years later. 8, 9 years later. So the last time I had seen him was when we was little boys, you know. But we clicked back up, and at the time I had just done Feels Good. The song Feels Good with Tony. So that was out, about to come out, you know. Pac was inspired. It was all good because we have just got linked back up together. And I was doing something, you know what I'm saying? So it was like, yeah, I'm gonna get down too. So he ended up hooking up with Digital.
I clown around when I hang around with the underground. Man, look, Pac was, to me, another prophet.
Tupac was always wild, political, open, you know what I'm saying, speaking his mind. He was always like that, you know what I'm saying? Even in the first Digital Underground video, he was making a statement.
And next thing you know, after that role, that Juice role, every single person I knew that knew him had comments about him living that role and taking it and kind of running with it and just overdoing it and just going off the deep end sometimes with his, like, you know, ridiculousness. I mean, I think everybody felt that disappointment in Tupac at times in his life from a fan perspective, because we'd see him go through these legal dramas and just the bullshit and stuff like that, and we'd be like, oh man, because we knew what was there. And you know, I'm telling you, that basicness was there from first time I ever saw him. He didn't have any money or anything like that back then.
Now Juice,
it was like real natural.
He had
I'm like, man, he automatically
serious
got
conviction in Juice. 'Cause I was in the house like, dang, this nigga might come through the door. It was just like so real how he put it down. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That was just the realest. That was the realest form I ever seen him in, and anything he'll ever act in, Juice will always be my classic.
Pac used to come to the studio on Lossy and Centinela. Back when Above the Law was doing their thing with you call it what you want. Pac was always cool, man. Pac always had love for a nigga and always had love for him, bro. You know what I'm saying? Hey, he told me one day, you a crazy ass motherfucker. I am. You know what I'm saying? We both hooked up. He was always kicking that shit because Pac was talking about shit that was more poppy. But when he used to come to the studio, when Dre was hooking up Niggas for Life, he used to sit in Audio Achievements, and I was right there. I'm like, man, sit up there and just watch Eazy and Dre used to argue. Like, there these niggas go again. Cause Dre and Eazy always used to argue, period. You know what I'm saying? So he used to sit up there and we got close, nigga. He always used to be with us. Us and Above the Law at that time.
Who's Snoop Dogg?
Who is this slim dude with this smooth voice? Where did he come from?
Man, he's Snoop. What couldn't you love about Snoop? You know, he's just a regular nigga that actually looks like a dog, but he's cute. That's what fucks me up, man.
That's Snoop Dogg?
If you ain't there for the Africans, we ain't in the night. If you ain't playing, if you ain't down for the ones that fuck with us from a four-time shit, that's the fuck that's the ride. And then I'm fucking, and then I'm fucking, and then I'm fucking,
That CD is a classic. Everybody on there, the whole album from front to back, every lyric, every bar was just like unservable. Yeah. It was like, where y'all come from? What y'all be on? What y'all think it is? Like, what kind of mode? You know what I'm saying? You got Rave just killing them. I'm like, who is this female? She is hard. And you got Kurupt, you had Daz and RBX. It was just, I was like,
don't
man,
forget the soulful
Snoop
sounds of
Dogg.
Jewel.
You had Jewel doing the damn thing. You know what I'm saying? Everybody on there was extremely talented.
But from the start of that album to the finish of that album, the Chronic was blowing. Niggas used to be up there. It was just like one big party every session. And you can just feel the energy when everybody broke and just happy and everybody saying fly verses, and you first hearing Snoop say some shit on his verse, and RBX or Kurupt or Das or Rage, you know what I'm saying? Oh man, it wasn't nothing like them days, and then them niggas is even the ones that taught Drake and me how to rap. Because Drake's always sounded like he was, you know, like the shit was just about to burst out of his chest. And I remember Snoop saying, nah, Drake, slow down, man. Just let's slow down when you say it. I remember Snoop saying that. And then that's like, you know, you hear the way he rapped that shit on the Chronic. Drake was flowing on the motherfucking Chronic. And that was because of the camaraderie and Snoop and, man, everybody hungry, you know what I'm saying? That was the business when it was fun. That was when it was fun. It ain't got all Hollywood out yet at that point. It just like now, man, it's just a bad feeling in my stomach when it comes to this business. Ugh.
Janet has shot a scene with Q-Tip. She had shot a scene kissing Q-Tip a day or so earlier, or before that scene with Pac. And she caught a cold. She caught a cold or something. So everybody panicked and freaked out, you know. Janet's got a cold, Janet's got a cold. So they wanted Pac to take an AIDS test and make sure he's, you know, clean. He was hot, he wasn't having it. I was in the trailer when they had the argument. John Singleton came in there and asked him to, Pac, we need you to take this test. He said, why? I said, am I fucking? Excuse my French, but I'm saying, he said, am I fucking? You know, if I ain't fucking, why I gotta take an AIDS test? Oh shit. So they argued about that for like a half hour. He ain't take it either.
Poetic justice. I'm gonna talk about the movie for the simple fact that's when I was always a Janet Jackson fan, but when she got down with Pac, that just brung her, how you say, her, her interest rate went up on her ghetto pack. On the real though, you know. Despite
she left
the
that
fact,
layer real quick and came down to the good.
That was a little versatile for Pac to do, and it came off. You know what I'm saying? It was cool. It was a cool little John Singleton flick.
Yo, what's up? It's Dr. Dre. We chilling in the studio, you know, working on Snoop Doggy Dogg album, Doggy Style.
Doggy Style was dope. It was music, and it was hip hop, and it was some gangster shit, and it was some G shit and some pimp shit, all rolled up into one, and it was dope. I mean, you still listen to it now, and it's like dope. The production on it was ill, and it ain't been matched. People done tried to duplicate it, and it ain't been done. The chemistry of all them boys together on Doggy Style was dope.
Doggy Style was the album. That was my album, you know. Doggy Style was the shit.
Doggy Style was cool, but then me and Snoop was going through it. You know what I'm saying? Cause he was riding for Long Beach, I was riding for Pomona. Okay. And he was riding for Death Row, I was riding for Ruthless at the same time. And we didn't have the best things to say to each other, you know what I'm saying, at the time. But that shit is kind of ironic because we end up hooking back up. And it's like the music we do now, despite it we like just like brothers, man, we argue. We don't agree on everything.
Exactly.
But when we do our music together, the chemistry is so right, homie. It's like we make the bombs of all the elements around me that I bring to the table, that he brings to the table, it just blends in together, and that was the trip because when Doggy Style was out, you know, I was like anti-Snoop at one time. He was anti-cocaine. That was the bottom line. And back then, we just realized this was about another nigga's beat. This was about Eazy and Suge's beat. It's, you know what I'm saying? We here doing our thing. Let's hook back up.
Basically, to me, what happened, the Nation of Islam messed that shit up. Yeah, they had a motherfucking gate this small, okay? It's starting to rain, okay? If the motherfuckers got a pass, to me, let the motherfuckers on the boat. You understand what I'm saying? Don't sit out there all fucking day playing that little Hollywood bullshit, trickling people on boats. I don't know why people do that at parties. To me, that don't make any goddamn sense. Get the people in the clubs or get them. Come on, drive by LA, drive by America. You gonna have people just standing out in some shit or standing out in front of some place. I mean, not that saying that you could have did a drive-by at that party, but the gate was this small, okay? And then you had to walk that ramp up to the boat, right? And the Nation of Islam security, instead of just getting the people on, is what Suge basically did at the end of that. He was like, forget all that, just get these people on. And then by that time, the captain got mad. And then, you know, the captain not realizing you messing with niggas now, said something, and somebody threw his ass in the water. And I saw all that shit going down, and I jumped in my car and got the fuck up out of there. Because I knew any minute the sheriffs was going to be on their way. And as a matter of fact, as I go to get on the freeway, I hear the helicopters coming. I see sheriff's cars flying that way, and I already knew what the deal was. But I'm on my way back to the house out in Fontana. Didn't give a fuck.
There's a lot of people out there that be talking all that, but I can kick a fat type of known rap. See, when you talk all that, you know I like to show up. Niggas think they cocaine, knowing that they blow up. Peep where I come from, so you know it's all because a buddy's nuts, cause I'm all about the law. So when you see me stepping, understand I like the flow, the pound, Dr. Dre, we equal death row.
Yo, now you know about me, the D to the A to the Z, S-N-W-O-P, D-R-E, that nigga, I'm Dr. Dre, so we say like every day, now it's the P-O-U-N-D.
Kurupt is the name they call me, I flow with the Snoop Doggy Dogg, he's the nigga. Bigger ways I start flexing, when niggas start stepping, grip with my tech and Snoop kicking.
If you're wicked, now kick it, slick it, now if them condom hoes, coochie, won't you lick it?
It's like this, I don't eat them hoes, cause I'm just so smooth, break the beat up for me. Dr. Dre's on the piano, Doggy Dogg is on the vocals, and I swing like soprano, piano and cano. Oh my God, like Obano. It's Snoop Doggy Dogg, he's on the mic, you understand it, yeah. When I be flowing with the gangsta shit, I don't be flowing with the punk shit. I flow the reals is what I kick him when I step into the house. I'm gonna hit you with the gangsta fat hit. It just don't quit like I told you. So let me have the microphone so I can slowly fold you. I told you, mowed you, scold you like some water that's hot. Heat it, beat it, Snoop Dogg, you can't defeat it, delete it. Now I'm so smooth, I don't have to dish you on the camera or the TV screen. I'm funky like some collard greens. I told you peoples, my sequels, they don't be bumping. It's Snoop Doggy Dogg, I'm down with D.R.E.C. He's from Compton, and I'm from the L, the O, the N, the G, the B, the E, the A, the C, the H, and Cali is the state, and don't be waiting, cause I'm not hating. I'm just on the microphone and I ain't perpetrating.
You know, when people talk about Pac's music, they always omit the Thug Life album, but that was an important album. Straight Ballin', Stay True, Under Pressure. Under Pressure is like one of my favorites. It's just Pac and Stretch, but that song encompassed all the shit we was going through during that time. You know? Under Pressure. Pac ripped it too. Running wild, I never smiled as a juvenile. Even now, I give a frown when I come around. Don't ask me about my past, it was all bad. Shots blasted, well I last in the wrong path. In the darkest, where my heart shows the most grief. Motherfuckers is getting shanked over gold teeth. Am I sick cause I'm addicted to getting splifted? Watching all stupid ass tricks get lifted. That's my shit. That's my shit. We did that album after we blazed the country with Thug Life. You know, Pac, me and my pops, we all, you know, cultivated Thug Life. We went on tour. Pac paid for a tour. We did a Thugs for Life tour in like '94, like 19 cities across the country, hollering Thug Life. We didn't even have a record out then. That was before the record. When we got off tour, we did that record. So it was like, and now Thug is coming out of every other motherfucker's mouth. You know, we did that. We set off Thug Life.
And now you covering the bastard, the plastic. I smoke blunts on a regular, fuck when it counts. Trying to make $1 million out of cold house. Getting ghost on the 5-0. Fuck them hoes, got a 45 screaming out survival. Hey nigga, can I lay low? Put some yayo and all the 5-0 when I say so.
Don't wanna go to the pen, I'm hitting fits. Knocks on the nigga back, missing me by inches. And they say, how do you survive weighing 155 in the city where the little niggas die? Tell mama don't cry, cause even if they kill me, they can never take the life of a real G. I'm getting money. Yeah, bust that shit. I'm getting money. And if you die, you's a buster, cause real niggas don't die. Tupac, you die, you's a buster. That shit come out. Still up and rolling, I'm the first nigga serving for some liquor on the curb for my niggas that deserve it. If I wanna make a million, gotta stay dealing, kinda booming around the way. I think today I make a camera dressing down like I'm dirty, but only on the block just to clever disguise to keep me running from the cops. I'm getting high, think I die if I don't get no ends. I'm in a bucket, but I'm rolling it like it's a Benz. I hit the strip and let my music bump. Drink a liquor and I'm looking for a bitch to fuck. All the time making money. They live more illegal as I sling another ounce. I wish it was a kilo. I need money in the major way. Time to fuck my girl, she getting paid today. I live thug life, let the money come to me. Cause they can never take the game from a young G. I'm getting money. And if you die, you's a buster, cause real niggas don't die. Jumping to town that game, sell on that shit. Get money, nigga. Get money. Damn if I don't, and damn if a nigga do. Now watch a young motherfucker pull a trigger too. Raise up, and don't let him see you cry. Dry your eyes, young nigga, time to do or die. I keep a pistol in my pocket, ready. On my block, ain't no time for a nigga to even cop. Shit, and I done seen a motherfucker be paid. At point blank range, ain't a damn thing changed. You shaking the dice, now roll them, you can't stand. Better hold them. Cause ain't no telling what you might hold. You might hold, I'm a psycho.
I got some chemicals.
And even if they kill me, they can never take the life of a young G. I'm getting money, money. And if you die, you's a buster, cause real niggas don't die. Money, yeah. Get on fire.
Getting money. He had to go to New York to shoot above the rim. So we had to keep the ship afloat. So he went there to do that. I stayed back and helped finish the Thug Life album.
I remember when I heard about it, when I heard he got shot. Niggas just like, yo, Pac got shot. I'm like, damn. You know, I'm like, everybody's like, they thought he was gonna die the first time.
I got the news what happened, and me and my man, Country, flew out the next day. Met him at the courthouse. I didn't even go to the room or nothing. Came straight there, got off the plane, went straight to the courthouse. Needless to say, Pac was very upset. Very upset.
And he told me like about a week before I got shot, he knew the nigga that was shot me. He was like, Pop, don't hang around this nigga. You know, we walked in with the nigga that shot me, that ended up shooting me. He's like, Pop, don't fuck with this nigga, because I knew the nigga too, because my Cody fan. And I was like, what you mean? He's like, I'll talk to you about it later. And we didn't talk. The next time I saw him was at the studio where I got shot. So I knew he knew what happened. So I was like, Biggie, what happened? He kept sending me messages like a bitch, you know, like I'ma come see you. No, nigga, what happened? While I'm in jail, strangers is telling me, yo, you don't know? Biggie homeboy shot you. Cause they bragging, they telling they niggas in jail, yo, we just got Pac, woo, woo, woo. And my cousin was in jail in New York cause I got family out there. He sitting right there while the niggas get in the car going, yo, my homeboys just jacked that nigga Tupac. So that's how I knew who shot me, what happened and everything. They mad because I know what happened. That's why they all, you know, it's Biggie and them, they're not riding. That's why what I'm doing, I know what I'm doing, I'm destroying him. I fucked his wife, I'm fucking him in the game, I'm destroying him. He lives by the rules of the game, he lives off a mafia image. I'm bringing him, showing how he totally disregards the rules of the game, and he's everything but a mafia nigga.
Reinventing it.
Right, I'm showing him. You know what I mean? If anybody's a mafia nigga, me, nigga. I fucked your bitch, I took 5 shots, I went in your crew. I mean, I just what?
We were already on Interscope. We were on a major label. We had, you know, Pac had his deal. we wasn't even really thinking about Death Row. We just knew the artists, and they ended up being on Death Row. Like Snoop ended up being on Death Row, and you know, Kurupt and a few other artists, Nate Dogg, and they all ended up being on Death Row. And Pac always admired, you know, young black males doing something, you know. So